Hey there guys, it's Tina and I'm back. And I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. If you're also back, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me again. But if you're new and maybe you like what you see, please consider subscribing. We have tons of fun here on this channel talking about makeup and all things beauty. And today I have a fun, colorful look in store for you. I decided to just play in makeup. I was inspired by a look that I saw on Instagram. It is by one of my favorite artists. Her name is Iryna Soroka, and I just absolutely love her page. She has such fun looks, and this is the look that caught my eye. I was so blown away by the blend, the color combination. Everything about this look was stunning. So I took this as inspiration for this look that I created. It's not like an exact replication of the look, it's just the inspiration, and I love how this turned out. Oh my god, I haven't done a cut crease in so long. I haven't played with color in so long that I'm just over the moon with this look. And I'm going to chat with you about Twitter and the whole fiasco that happened with the throttling, the rate limit that we all seem to have exceeded on Twitter a couple of days ago. I just wanted to chat about that and play in makeup and do this fun look. So if you want to take this journey with me, which I think you should, like, get into, let me comment some more so you can see what I'm talking about. Like, get into this. Then let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, guys, so as usual, we're starting off with a clean, freshly washed face. I honestly had to refilm that because I completely forgot what I used to say. I don't know why. I guess I haven't done a get ready with me in a while, which sounds like a lie because I do get ready with me's all the time. So am I lying to myself? Anyway, I am going in with my Make Beauty moisturizer. I love that so much. Just all over my face for some hydration, and I'll bring the rest down my neck. I already filled in my brows, as you can see, and I have my eyeshadow base and primer on. I use my Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion as usual. Some NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. Ha! Got it right, under the brows. And then I use my Kat Von D, so not KVD Beauty, but Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer in the shade Skin. They need to reformulate this. Actually, scratch that. Use the same formulation, just put it in the new packaging with the new company name and logo, whatever. But bring this specific primer back. It is so good at grabbing onto colors, especially when you're looking for a bold pop of color. I mean, there are other primers now on the market that kind of do that, but I feel like this one just excels at that. I just wish they would re-release that product because it was so good. All right, I feel inspired to do something very fun and colorful today. So here's the look that I am aiming for. Fun, right? And I haven't done something like this in a while, and I'm feeling, I'm feeling in the mood, so let's just go for it. I've picked out some single eyeshadows from my collection. I have a few from Terra. Oh my god, like, look at all these neons, aren't they fun? Some are also from Sydney Grace, and then I also think I have a couple from Bernovich. I think those are the main brands in here. So you're probably wondering what these little palettes are that I just showed you. These are from KitPak. I discovered them on Instagram and I ordered a few of their magnetic palettes and I am impressed. I really love them. They're not the cheapest palettes. I don't expect them to be, but the quality is there. They're solid, they're secure, the magnet is strong. The whole design is so well done. It's very sleek. You see how thin it is? It's very sleek, it's compact, and one of these palettes hold 20 single eyeshadows. These are the 25mm pans, the circular pans. So you can hold 20, 10 on each side. And you can also use them for square pans. If you have square pans that are the size of like a Lethal Cosmetics single eyeshadow, That's what I have here. It will also hold 20, right? 10 on each side. If you have smaller square pans like the Cleona Cosmetics eyeshadows, it's gonna fit even more. I just love how easy these are to stack and organize. I love them, okay? If you want me to do a video talking about them some more, let me know. I will go through the whole thing, okay? But for now, I have all my eyeshadows laid out, and I don't have exact shades, but we're gonna run with it and just see what we accomplish, all right? Let me zoom in. I'm also cooking right now, so I may need to run back and forth. So there's a pink inner crease line that I'm going to create. Let's go in with this bold neon pink. It's named My Birth Chart from Terra Cosmetics. It's a really bold color. We're gonna layer pinks. I'm just gonna play around. Like I said, I just feel adventurous and I feel like playing in makeup today. So how have you been doing? This is a E25 brush from Sigma Cosmetics. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is instant neon. That is so pretty. I don't want that much color right away. Oh, the fallout. I don't appreciate that, but let me just create like a wash of color to begin with to see if that pink is going to give me what I need. It certainly is, but I have fallout. I gotta brush that away. The main reason you do your eyeshadow first and your face last. Like, come on. That fallout, that pink, no, disastrous on my face. So I'm just creating like a wash of color with this brush. So how have you guys been? I am cooking for July 4th. July 4th for me is just a day off. Legally, so my family and I get together and eat some food. There's nothing red, white, and blue about it. It's my mother's birthday, so we get together. And then my brother is also born right around her birthday, so July 4th. So we go ahead and celebrate birthdays and just hang out as a family. So that's that. So now I have that little blown out pink. I feel like it needs to be a little bit more punchy, so I'm gonna grab Terraverse, which is also from Terra Cosmetics. It's also a pink, but it's more of a bubblegum pink. And I'm going to grab a MAC 242 for this so I can get it on the tip of the brush and then try to chisel out the shape. So again, it's like a cut crease. So I'm creating the little shape, you know. Ooh, that's a bright pink too. If you're afraid of color, don't go to Terra, okay? Look at that. It is really pretty. I'm wiping off my brush and then feathering out the edges of the shade. Tell me something. Are you guys interested in tutorial content and like basic beginner makeup content where I walk you through like blending techniques, building a brush collection, even building like a makeup collection, a beginner makeup collection, things like that? Would you guys be interested in that? I take for granted, and I think a lot of creators now take for granted, that everybody knows what they're doing already, so we don't need to do that beginner focused content anymore. But then you hear people ask for tutorials. And then I'll also look back at some of my older videos that were focused on technique and like telling you tips and tricks. And people will comment and say they really like the content, they appreciate it. So now I'm wondering, is that content really outdated or what, you know? And at this point, I'm not doing it for the views anymore because I really don't get that many views. YouTube does not push my content out. So it doesn't matter what content I do. If it flops, it doesn't matter at this point to me. Of course, I want to make content that doesn't flop in the algorithm, but there's only so much I can do and focus on and still keep my sanity. I don't treat this as a job. So numbers don't dictate what I do all the time. I do want to keep abreast of that, but it's not as big a deal. So let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in. And it's not a big deal if you're not, all right? I'm not taking offense. So if you're not interested, that's fine too. If you like get ready with me videos, that's fine. If you just want to talk, if you just want to have conversations, that's cool too. Let's do Meet Me on Mars, which is a red. It's like a pinky red. Yeah, I want to deepen up that crease line. My new mirror automatically dims, so I'm navigating that. Okay, that's definitely helping with the depth. Okay, so with a cut crease, what you do is you create a dimension and a gradient, and the very base of the cut crease should be the darkest and richest, and then it should fade out, right? I'm trying to be precise, but we're gonna clean this up with more of the primer to really cut the crease and create that definition, so don't even worry about that. My cousin just texted me. I gotta text her back. She's leaving for Germany for 3 years. She's in the army, so she's here visiting just for 2 days, and we're gonna see if we're gonna get together. I'm not at the house yet, so, and I'm doing a video, so we probably won't see her. We saw her last night though, just in case. We didn't see her today, so it's fine. I need a deep, like a purple or a deep pink. Where can I find that? Hold on, let me try to get that out of my collection. All right, my AC just kicked on. Sorry about it if you hear that humming in the background. I hear it when I'm editing, so I'm thinking you guys hear it too. So I'm grabbing an ABH Norvina collection palette. This is number 3. This has like this deeper pink in it. Do you see it? And like a purpley pink. So I'm gonna try to use those and see what happens. I'm just gonna go between those 2 shades and create, oh yes. And these palettes come in so clutch when it comes to colorful looks. I really like them, but I think these were the downfall of ABH a couple of years ago. One, because it deviated so much from the ABH aesthetic, and Norvina was pushing these out like back to back because she was trying to launch her brand. I think that whole timeline was just really ill planned, and it was disorganized, disconnected, and it just didn't make any sense. Whatever was happening behind the scenes, we may never know, but to me it wasn't well executed, right? It really wasn't. All right, let's go into this burgundy shade, that one there. They're in the same family, so I'm just trying again to create a little bit of depth and definition on the outline of the cut crease without changing the color that we have down. So I'm still trying to keep it pink or maybe a little bit into the purple arena, but not changing it into a cranberry or like a purple, you know? Still trying to maintain the pink, because the pink that's in the picture is so pretty. It's so well done. I think that's as good as it's gonna get without really making it into like a dark pink look. Again, I'm gonna just blend out the edges so that it's a little bit more faded and not as bold, you know, with that dark color. Let me just blend out the edge a little bit with my blending brush that we were using. Ew, I can also go in with a lighter shade. So I will use my Sugarpill heart-shaped cookie, which is just a vanilla shade, on the brush and blur the edges. So using it as kind of an eraser shade. So what are you guys doing? Like, what's going on with you? See, it's kind of erasing some of the color just a little bit, fade it out just a little bit. What's going on? What are your plans for today? What did you do? How's it going? What's going on? Did you guys get caught up in that whole Twitter fiasco? I don't know how many of you are on Twitter. I know a lot of people aren't on Twitter because they can't be bothered with the drama and the toxicity over there. It is really a free-for-all over there on Twitter. It really is. And this past week, we had a Twitter apocalypse, a little bit of a Twitter meltdown where we were limited to the amount of tweets we could view if we didn't pay for you know, the subscription, the verification thing that Elon decided to add. So what I'm doing is using the primer, that same KVD primer, and creating a sharp line against that pink. So now you see, yeah, that's what we're aiming to do. And I'm just using a concealer brush and holding my skin taut so I can get a straight line. Doing a cut crease, you know, the old-fashioned way. I did not used to do my cut creases this way, so it really isn't the old-fashioned way to me. This is the new fashion way, really, is to make a mess and then clean it up with the concealer or primer or base, whatever you're gonna do, but clean up the mess and create your line instead of doing the precise line from the jump. I feel like this shape is better, but I already did this one. So we're just gonna have to go higher with this. So Elon said, to address extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation, we've applied the following temporary limits. What is data scraping and what is system manipulation? Whatever. He said verified accounts are limited to reading 6,000 posts a day, unverified accounts to 600 posts, and then new unverified account to 300. All right, so my account was limited because I'm not paying for verification, so I was limited to, I believe, 600 posts. I don't even know, because nobody knows what limit we were at, and there was no way to really know. But you would see this pop up when you tried to refresh your feed and see new tweets. It'd be like, rate limit exceeded, try again later. And it's like, what's my rate limit? I don't understand. But he was throttling the service pretty much, is what it boils down to. If you didn't pay for verification, then you were gonna be throttled and you weren't gonna see all the tweets on your feed. You wouldn't be able to refresh. And people are like, oh boy, here we go again. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna switch apps? And I'm like, what's the next app we're going to? And how are they gonna fix the problems that we have on Twitter? Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's a free service from our point of view, right? It's free for us, but on the back end, they have to pay employees, programmers, they have to pay for cloud storage, which was the issue, right? So come to find out, this all happened because Twitter has a contract with Google where they store a lot of their data and whatever else on Google's cloud platform, right? Which is pretty much storage. Storage. And I know they say cloud, like it's like imaginary. It's not imaginary. Like all of this data still needs to be stored physically, right? Whether it's on solid state devices, all this memory needs to be contained somewhere. And they've been using this cloud platform for a while and making it seem like it's just in the air, it's in the universe. No, there's actually physical storage locations. And maybe you can't really envision what that looks like, but imagine a room of servers, like mega computers that are just humming all day long, okay, to store this data. It has to be stored somewhere. All this digital information is stored somewhere. So Google apparently has these large servers where they store for themselves and then for other companies like Twitter. And Twitter had $1 billion contract with them. Do you understand? $1 billion a year contract that they have with Google to store this data, right? And be aware that Twitter has millions and millions of tweets per day. They have so many users, they have a lot of data to store. So $1 billion contract, even though it sounds extreme, is not that extreme when you think about just how much they have to store. Like, it's massive. I'm just using a little bit of my Sephora makeup tape to create a crisp line to give me a little bit of like a template that I can blend against. Yeah. Let me do this and then I'll come back. All right, we are back and I think that pink is actually pretty nice. Let's now do the outer edge, which is like blue and purple. I'm gonna do a mix of blue and purple. That's what I'm feeling. So I'm gonna grab this blue eyeshadow. This is from Bernovich. It's N08. And I feel like Bernovich has actually, this is an international brand that reached out to me and sent me some of their eyeshadows. I went on their website and it seems like they have renamed their eyeshadows. So I don't know like which is which, but this is just a blue eyeshadow. And I'm going to create an elongated winged shape using the tape as my buffer. So just buffing that inwards with a large blending brush. This is from BH Cosmetics, right? Yeah, this is the V5 brush. And I'm fading some onto my outer lid as well, but I'm concentrating the color kind of along the tape and then blurring it upwards. Not too, you know, not too detailed, not too intense, kind of just creating a blur. I feel like this is gonna be off. Yeah, this is lower than that side. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. I may not have done a damn thing just now. I think I did though. So imagine the amount of photos, videos, memes, GIFs, like it's a lot that has to be stored. It takes a lot of data space. And remember back in the day when we had floppy disks? Floppy disks, okay? A floppy disk contained how much information? So the 3.5-inch floppy disk had about 1.2 to 1.44 megabytes of information that it could store. And I remember in high school when we did school projects, I had like a whole case of floppy disk where one project, which just had, okay, it just had a Microsoft document, an Excel spreadsheet, and a little database that I was using. What database were we using then? Access? I think it was Access. But that project had 10 floppy disks just for the little project, okay? So you think about that much information needed that much storage. Now we've miniaturized the storage devices, so you'll get a flash drive, or you'll see you have like an external hard drive that can hold 1 terabyte or more. That's more like a little brick, right? But it's still a large brick. So imagine how many terabytes of information needs to be stored daily, much less for a year. So that $1 billion contract did not surprise me. The amount of information that needs to be stored, I'm sure it takes a ton of space. So they had the contract and Elon decided they're not gonna renew because it's just too much. All right, let's go in with a purple now. I'm gonna use Bernovich again. This is number 9. So number 8 and number 9, this is just a matte purple. And now I'm gonna create a little bit of depth on that outer lid area. Like so. This is so pretty. I can't get over it. Should I bring the blue in a little bit more? I feel like the blue should be brought in a little bit. Well, we'll see. Let's do the purple first and then build from there. So Elon decided for Twitter, now remember, he's the CEO. He has the majority of the shares, so he kind of decides what happens. He decided that they're not going to renew their contract with Google, okay? They're going to do their own thing. They're going to support their own backup and storage. So he didn't renew the contract with Google. At least this is what's being said. I don't know the ins and outs. Like, come on. Like, how much do we really know from the outside looking in? But that's what the word on the street is. He decided not to renew the contract. They were gonna do the storage themselves, and they didn't ramp up in time for the Google expiration of the contract. And so they kind of had to throttle the service to support it on their own servers. Something like that. Something like that. The point is, okay, it was not like, oh, this is a test, or no, them couldn't keep up. So them have to tell we something to make it sound like, oh, this was planned and, you know, it was intentional, rather than they're crashing and burning over there. And the thing about it is, it was also a ploy to get more verified users, like get people to pay for using Twitter. Let's use Terra Moons now. We're gonna use Azure Skies. It's a light blue. It was a ploy to get people to pay for the verification service. What is it? $9 a month? I don't even know what it is. I'm just buffing a little bit of that on the outer lid and outer crease. Well, not crease, but outer lid next to that blue that we had down. So again, creating that gradient from that darker blue and the purple towards this lighter blue. And we're gonna put a light peach on the lid, similar to the look that we're using as inspiration. Yeah, that looks pretty. So now, Twitter is expensive to run. Again, they have employees that they need to pay. They have servers and memory storage that they need to account for. It's not cheap, and they're relying heavily on advertisers. But to be real, Twitter is not really advertiser friendly, and they really just started interacting with companies for advertising. Let me use a little bit of a darker, richer blue on the outer V as well. So let's use Flannel. This one is from Shroud Cosmetics. So now Elon comes on board and he's trying to figure out how to make Twitter profitable, because it's not a free service. Like, even though we're using it for free, it's truly not a free service, because again, they have all these overheads, right? So now the advertisers are pulling out. They're not really interested, because whatever deal they have going on, whatever the setup is, it's not really that great for advertisers. So I can understand they don't want to be a part of it, especially when Elon came in and was pretty much tanking the platform, right? All these changes, all these things he wanted to do. Now you can just buy verification. So all these blue check marks, oh God, the MAGA supporters, they realize that they can just get verification, and now they'll be pushed in the algorithm. So they'll pop up on our feeds without us even wanting them there. So it's a whole thing. And he's trying to do way too much too soon. No proper research is being done. No one is at the helm anymore because he fired a bunch of people. So it's just a whole fiasco. And I'm just over here like, this one is turning out a lot better than this side. But it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Okay, whatever. The point is, we had that whole thing happen on Twitter. And throughout that whole experience, all I could think is, Twitter doesn't mean that much to me for me to stick around if this thing is going to crash and burn. I'm using the light pink now. This is from Bernovich as well. It is number 13. It's just a matte peach, but I feel like it may be a little bit too rich. It's not as light as I need it to be. So I'll probably mix it in with a little bit of Heart and Soul from Sydney Grace, which is a lighter pink. But this whole thing is happening. I kind of stayed off of Twitter because my rate limit was exceeded, and I was fed up. It was becoming very annoying to like keep refreshing and trying to understand what's going on. No one knew what was going on. People are going over to Spill, but Spill is like this in its beta stages. So you need a code to get access. So Spill is like this new platform that's similar to Twitter. It's trying to do the same thing, and I'm just like, I can't be bothered. Okay, I can't be bothered with learning another platform and trying to get over there. Just like how I haven't gone over to TikTok, it's the same way. Like, I'm not interested in learning another platform. I'm too old for this. I am too old for it. I'm gonna leave it to the kids. Let the kids do that. I don't want to. And the thing about it is, the new generation is not necessarily going to gravitate to a Twitter alternative. Like, they are so invested in TikTok or whatever else that a new platform, they'll probably be like, whatever, unless it's geared towards them. And I don't think Spill is necessarily geared towards them. That looks beautiful. I think we have a decent blend. Let me add a little bit more blue on this side. This mirror is pissing me off because now I need to figure out how to keep it on at the same level. I can keep it on, but it keeps trying to dim. That color is beautiful. Let's take the tape off to see what the result is. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my god, that's so pretty. What time is it? Oh my god, I gotta check my oxtail. Hold on. Y'all, almost burned the oxtail messing with y'all. Like, I caught it right before it was gonna be a disaster. It kind of still caught at the bottom of the pot, but it didn't start burning yet. So, should be okay. But messing with y'all and this pretty eyeshadow. Look how pretty this is. Oh my god. That's stunning. So that's what's been going on Twitter. And I'm tired. Okay, I really like Twitter because I can keep up with what's going on. I don't watch the news. So it's almost like Twitter is my news area. Plus it keeps me up to date with some entertaining stuff, okay? It's just been entertaining. It keeps things light. I'm not on the toxic side of Twitter, so I don't experience some of the things that other people mention. I'm like chilling over there with the people that I follow, and it's cool. That is really pretty. I was gonna wash my face. I really was just gonna wash my face when I go. I don't know. I still don't know because I gotta take a shower. So I don't know if I'm gonna wash my face, but that is exactly what I was going for. It's so pretty right now. God, this is why I love makeup, guys. I can do fun stuff like this and like really get a thrill out of it. This is cute. All right, I'm gonna do a little shimmery inner tear duct, so I'm gonna grab the Lethal Cosmetics shade. What shade is that? It is Arsenic. So it's like a shimmery pale pink. I don't even know what the result will be. Let's see, because I'm just gonna pop that. Oh, that's pretty on the inner tear duct. Oh, that is really pretty. The AC is kicking back on. Is it that hot? Oh, I'm cooking, so that may be what the heat is, you know. Oh my god, that's so pretty. All right, let's go in. Let's finish up the face, but I don't even want to, like, what am I doing? Like, what's my goal here? What are we doing? I need to use my primer. No, this is my brand new one, so I'm gonna put this in my backup drawer under my desk. I bought a backup of the L'Oreal Prime Lab matte primer because I love it so much. Typically what I will do with products that I really love is to have two. So I'll have a duplicate because I can travel with one and then still have one to use, because I want to be able to pack my makeup but still have the products to use on the day that I'm leaving, right? So I really just end up having two of my favorite things, and it works out for me, you know. It just works. My primer, my brow pencil, my mascara, I just have two in rotation at any given time. So when it comes to travel, I'm good to go. Y'all don't understand how pretty. Look at this. Look. Oh my oh my god, this is so stunning. Okay, what did she do to bridge here? I feel like I want to do something there just to bridge the little gap there. What can we do? What can we do? Should we bring the blue a little bit up there? Let me bring some more of the blue. And I'm just going back to the Bernovich blue shade and kind of pulling it upwards a little bit. Just a little bit in this gappy area. I think that's the dark one. Let's use the Terra Moons one instead. Just to blend and fade that area a little bit, you know? Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. I mean, these shades are a little bit intense, but I feel like that, yeah. Let me get a clean blending brush, which is something that you want to do with eyeshadow looks. Make sure you have a selection of brushes. Some that you're applying color with, some that you're blending with, and then a clean blending one so that you can blur edges. It won't have any additional product. This side. Stop right now. This side is so good. This side is like giving everything that needs to be given. This one is like, you know, battling me a little bit, but that's fine. I feel like there should be a little orange. That's what I'm feeling. That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm just going with the vibes, all right? Let me get a little bit of orange, but I'm like, ugh, should I do orange or yellow? Let me do orange. So let's go back to the neon shades from Terra Moon. Let's use Mercury Retrograde. You won't even see how neon that is because it's not gonna show up in the camera. I'm just gonna pick very lightly. Let me tap off my brush because we already know that these shades are extra potent. A little bit, and we're just gonna blur in between. Oh my god, come in. It looks like a creamsicle situation. Isn't that pretty? I don't feel like I don't want to wash this off. I don't want to, like, I want to do multiple videos in this. This is so good. This is so, oh! Y'all, somebody calm me down. Calm me down. Do you see why I love color? It gets me excited, man. Like, to do these artistic looks that just stretches your talent to the extreme. You know, your blending technique, it's doing the most. And also, like, driving your creative juices all through your hands. It's just, y'all, I am just very happy right now with this. This is so pretty. Oh, word to the bird. That is pretty. Okay, all right, back it up. Let's do highlighter under the brow, which is just gonna be the Sugarpill shade again. I feel like I want to put some green in this. Maybe I'll put green on the, am I doing too much? Am I doing too much? Am I being Elon right now? Am I? No, I don't. I'm fine. It's fine. And I'm going to put like a black liner. Let's do some black eyeliner because I need to intensify the base of my lashes. You know what? I'll put the liner on after I put my mascara and my lashes on because that is pretty. Let me do my mascara. I don't need to film this. I'll be right back. All right, my loves. We have the lashes on. I can't get over this look. Okay, listen to me. Y'all are just gonna have to deal with me being obnoxious about this look because I am so in love. Anyway, mascara is on, lashes are on. We're going in with the liner now. This is from Pat McGrath. This is her beautiful liquid liner. It's so easy to apply a line on the upper lash line. The tip is a felt tip and it stays really wet. So it's saturated in color, it dries matte, and it just flows against the lashes and the lid. So you can get a really beautiful crisp line. Now I hold my skin taut so I can get a smooth line. Otherwise my lid is gonna kind of gather a little bit. So I'm just lining the upper lash line area, right? I'm not creating a wing per se. It's just lining the lash line and creating some richness at that lash band, like so. I'm not over it. I am not over it, and I don't think I'll ever be over it. All right, let's do some face work. I don't even feel like doing that much on my face right now. I think a little concealer is gonna go a long way. So let's go in with the Sephora Best Skin Ever. I have a little scar from a pimple in the center of my forehead. Ridiculous. And let's put some under the eyes and then around my mouth where I have hyperpigmentation. Like I said, I don't even feel like doing foundation. We're gonna see how far this concealer goes. Do I want to perfect the rest? Yeah, I'm gonna perfect the rest. But let's blend out the concealer first, just to, you know, get some coverage going. And I can go in with a minimal amount of foundation after this, which I don't even need that much, but we're gonna do it anyway, all right? Because this eye look definitely needs some perfection to go with it because it looks so good. Like, I'm not over it. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my God. It is so pretty. I love it so much. I love it so much. You see how my skin looks like I already applied a full face of makeup, which I didn't. But I still need to even out the rest, right? All right, let's grab, what foundation should we use? Let's use the YSL All Hours foundation. I have not used this in a bit. It is shade DN1. I am just gonna grab a bit of that and tap it over my skin. This foundation brush, get it. Get it. It's the Tarte Found Sealer brush. It is such a good foundation brush. It buffs foundation on really smoothly. It's large enough so it really covers a good area so you can blend your foundation really quickly, and it cleans up pretty easily as well. You do have to scrub it, right? But it's synthetic bristles, it's packed in, it's dense, so you do have to like really put some elbow grease behind cleaning it, but it cleans up pretty nicely, you know? This foundation, I just did my foundation collection update, my collection 4.0. I think I'm gonna have to do 4.5 because I've added so many new foundations to my lineup since I filmed that video, but I just ended up editing, like finishing the editing, so it's way overdue, and it's like behind with the swatches. The swatches are kind of, you know, old because I did a full declutter before I left New York, which was a year ago, you know. It's literally been a year now, so the footage was old and I'd thrown out a bunch of those foundations. I'd gotten new ones, so I really need to do what I would call a 4.5 because I'll still do it this year, you know, with the new foundations that I have and swatch those, but the 4.0 would be the newest edition. Let's use some loose powder. This is from One Size. So yeah, Elon is pretty much tanking Twitter, but I also understand that he's trying to get it to a point where it's profitable, because you don't want to just be sinking money into it. That makes no sense either, right? But at the same time, nobody wants to pay for the, well, not everybody wants to pay for the verification, because what are the benefits over Twitter? Like, we create the content that drives people to be on Twitter, so then why would I pay to be on Twitter, you know? We are essentially creating the platform for you. We are driving the traffic to the platform for the advertisers, so we don't want to pay for it, all right? I'm using a little bit of my LYS concealer in the shade TN6 down the bridge of my nose to act as a highlight point. We're just gonna leave it at that. Let's do some bronzer, which I know the bronzer I want to use. It is my Haus Labs bronzer because it's just my favorite, and we're just gonna pounce that on my hairline. I'm really considering if I'm going to wash my face because this, I can't get over how pretty everything is. But I also don't want to wear makeup tonight because I'm going to be over by my mom for a while. We're going to go watch fireworks because her neighbor does fireworks. So we'll be doing that. And I'm not going to be home until like 11. So do I really want to wear this eyeshadow that long? That's where I'm at. Is that what I want to do? I don't know that that's what I want to do. Let's use this new blush color from Haus Labs. So this is the shade Lavender Blonde. It's the newest shade. It's a lavender shade, but it has a bit of pink to it, and I feel like it will work for this look. So I'm just gonna pounce it on my cheek. This is a BK Beauty 111 brush. It's a fluffy powder brush that allows me to just get a dusting of color on my cheeks. Isn't that cute? Oh my God, that's cute. That's cute. That's cute. All right. So let's blend out this nose contour highlight situation. It's really a highlight, but in essence, what it's supposed to do is highlight the bridge of my nose without having to do too much. Yeah, and it creates the illusion of a contour without having to contour. All right, that's great. Let's do the lower lash line because we didn't do that yet. I thought about the green, right? I put the green away. Hold on. So let's come back in, and we have a few green shades here in the Terra Moons palette. I'm going to grab this neon green. This is Neverland. It's a stunning neon green. Oh my god. And I'm gonna put that on the lower lash line, the inner lower lash line, that is. Just like so. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna wash my face. After this, once I put shadow on the lower lash line, call it quits. Because it gets in my eyes, and then I can't be bothered. Okay? And then let's grab this medium like Kelly green. This one is Fourth Dimension. It's also like a really bright shade. These eyeshadows are kind of loose, so they pick up quickly. And you can see the impact. They're very bold, very intense. And pop that on the outer lower lash line. Ooh, ooh. See what I'm saying? Eyeshadow all up in my eye. All right, we need to blend. So I'm gonna grab a Refer 33 brush and just buff along the edges of those shades. So they don't need to be really bold in your face. I just want that pop of green down there. You know, so I think that's sufficient. We're gonna do lower lash mascara really quickly. This is my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. Obviously. You guys want to see a sexy little trick? This is what black eyeliner does to my eyes. I have really dark brown eyes. They look borderline black. And when I put black eyeliner on with a bold, colorful eyeshadow look what happens. Do you see that? Like, look at the difference between this eye and this eye. Right? It just frames everything. It's stunning. I love it so much. So let's do that on both eyes. And then we can wrap it up. Wrap it up. Turn me out the plastic. I've been acting brand new. All right? I'm gonna wrap this up. Let me put on something a little bit more fitting with my top and my jewelry. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back, and do not play with me right now, okay? This look is just giving me everything that needs to be given, and now we need to do a lip. I think I'm gonna do something pink. So I grabbed this lip gloss from Lisa Eldridge. It's the shade Beauty, and let's just pop that on and see how it looks. Just a nice rosy pink. Nothing too crazy. In the look, there's a matte lip, but I love a glossy lip. Even if I start out matte, I like something juicy on my lips. So, is that pink enough? Is it too little for the? What do you think? Let me use some of the shimmery shade. This is Dancing Rose. Yeah. So this is like a shimmery look. Do you see that? Yeah, it's iridescent. It's pretty. Let's try a little bit of that on the center. Oh, that's pretty. It's giving a little bit more zhuzh to the lips. Okay. Is that better, or is that just too tame? What do you guys think? It may be a little bit too tame. Let's use this pink too. This is Carnival. I just pulled out 3 shades to see how I felt. Maybe Carnival, which is a bolder pink, will make it a little bit more intense looking. I think that's fine. That's fine. Like, I don't need to do anything else for that. But can we talk about the look? It is so stunning. I am loving it so much. Oh my god, are you loving this? I want to do more of these types of looks. It's summertime, I'm having fun, I love a colorful look, I love colorful eyeshadow, like, get me back into this vibe. This is what I'm talking about. But yeah, there you have it. This is the final look. Again, I had so much fun doing this. I love it. You could already tell I enjoyed doing this look, and it doesn't feel as uncomfortable as I expected. So I don't know, I may keep it on, or I may wash it all off and do just a basic face without eyeshadow. We'll see how it goes, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed playing in makeup with me, creating a really fun, bold, interesting eyeshadow look. Like, come on. And just chatting with me and vibing. You know what? I feel like putting on a little bit more blush now that I put the lip on. So I have this Infallible blush from L'Oreal. This is the shade Confident Pink. So L'Oreal released a couple of shades in this formula. I think it's like 4 shades at Ulta, and I picked up 2 of them. This is really beautiful. It's a really intense blush. And if you're looking for an affordable, or I should say more affordable, because L'Oreal is not cheap. I think these may be like $14, but they go on sale a lot and you can use coupons. But if you're looking for a fun blush and you didn't want to spend like a Dior or Armani or even House Labs price, you can check them out at the drugstore, L'Oreal Infallible Blushes. But here you have it. Final look. Hopefully you guys again enjoyed this video. I will try to list all the eyeshadows that I used in the video down below in the description box. The majority of them were from Terra Moons, but just play with whatever you have in your collection to create a fun look. Like, have fun with makeup. That's how I see it. Like, what's the worst that could happen? It doesn't turn out great and you have to wash it off. That's not such a big deal, and you still get to have fun with makeup. Practice your techniques and maybe get some joy out of it like I did. So there you have it. I'm gonna leave links to my Instagram and Twitter, where you should be following me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye guys.